Is that MisaMisaVR?
What's up, What's up, Juggalo? What's up, Juggalos? Dave, shut the hell up already. I'm trying to record a video for the YouTubes. I'm trying to record a video for my fans, all the Juggalos out there. Come on. What's up, Juggalos? Today we're going to be talking about the Dupli-paint touch-up all-in-one paint pen for all your little dings and bangs and boom bang pows, little paint chips. So let's get to it. This one's a little different, as you'll see, because I am going to have some actual real life footage. Whoa. Hopefully I was good about being aware. You might see a little bit of my white skin through my glove because my glove's torn up. But anyway, yes, we're going over the let me make sure I get the name right. The Dupli-color Scratch Fix All-in-One Paint Pen. It's a long name. That's why I didn't name it. I didn't name it. I would have just called it the thing you use on paint. So basically, this is for anybody with, like small. Is there like a? Can I do it on the side of this car? Like, let's say, like if this, oh, I'm frozen up. If like there was like a ting right here, where like a part of your paint started chipping right here, was like a couple, like an inch or two, where like a little, your neighbors, fucking ding your door. That's what they do to fucking mine, these pieces of shit. Like ding it up, and there's like little spots without paint now because your fucking neighbors can't park properly, so they slam the doors in your fucking truck. Because you live in a fucking apartment for some reason, for the time being. And you need to touch up that paint. You don't want to get a whole paint job because of that, but in my case, and maybe in yours, you don't want it to rust up either during the winter, because that's what exposed paint is about to do. It's just going to get completely rusted out from all the salt if you live in where it snows. Like, I moved to where it snows, and now it's a problem. Though I used to live by the ocean, so it was a problem then too. And I never rusted, though. The bottom of my truck rusts, but I don't care when the muffler has a rust hole in it because it just makes it louder and makes people upset. But this is a all-in-one, and this might be the first all-in-one I've come across that actually is all-in-one. It's well, we'll go through each layer. And I'll show them with my real, I'll show the real actual pin as we go. So, really cool. It is really cool in design. First, you have the top of the pin. It has a little thing like a pizza thing. I took it off already, I think, in the video, but it has a little the little pizza table that keeps the cardboard from crushing onto the pizza and getting cheese all over it, so that you can stand the pin up, and also it can fit safely in the box without rattling around, because you don't want paint, all over. Anyway, the first layer, which doesn't close or anything, but on the very top is a fiberglass tip. It's a tiny little piece of fiberglass made to basically sand down the spot you're going to be working on. So you want to rub it on there, and it'll basically get away all the debris and old paint, anything like that. And you want to clear that off before you put new paint on, because then it'll be contaminated with the old shit or the dirt or whatever grime is on there. So that's really cool. You want to just that on a little bit. You don't have to go crazy with it or anything. I didn't, at least. And it should look a little cleaner and feel a little smoother once you're done with it. Wipe it off, get rid of whatever it scraped off, and then you could either just throw that aside for the time, but it screws off. It screws off the pin, so you can screw it off the pin, or you can leave it on and unscrew what's beneath it. And then you take that off and you have a marker tip. Now, the marker tip is very fine. It's a very tiny little dot. And I tried to show it in the video on the piece of cardboard I had out there, but it did not work. But then I went to my truck and I actually tried it on some more spots I had found anyway on the way out there. And it works still. Even the first time I was trying to use this pen, which was a few weeks ago, it had a hard time getting to the marker. The marker is not great, but what you have to do is basically push it down. And the problem with the cardboard is it was just squishing through the cardboard, like crushing through, stabbing through it. So on your actual car, you just squish it with some pressure, and the paint will come through the marker. And that's for the really tiny little, like the dings from the car doors. Neighbors will slam into it, and shop carts and stuff at the grocery store. Rocks on your hood, maybe. I had a few of those. So stuff like that. That's what the marker's for, and it works. You just have to put some pressure, or it's just not going to work. And this is you have to wank it off a little bit in general. To get it to work. But then once you apply it, it does work, and it's nice for some control for tiny spots, and that way it doesn't leak all over and drip and stuff either. Then you could put that back on, and then you take both that and the fiberglass tip off as one object. You just, because they're screwed together, so then you unscrew those. Hold it upright though when you do this. Hold it completely upright and unscrew those. Actually, unscrew it. Hold it with your off hand and unscrew it with your good hand, your right hand. This is, I don't know in the video if this looks like my right hand or not because I'm mirrored in a camera that's backwards. But your right hand, if you're right-handed, be the one screwing off, because when you pull that off, it's the paintbrush. The bottom of it has a stick, and then the paintbrush is at the bottom, and it's covered in paint. So when you're using this on the truck, I didn't do this in the video, the recording I did, but when you're using this on your actual vehicle, you should probably wipe off the excess paint from the stick part, or it could drip down and get on you, your driveway, your vehicle. So you're going to want to clean that off a little bit. But then, dunk it back in there, get some paint, and you paint it like a little brush. It's a little brush and it works. And this is real, actual paint. This isn't some crappy bullshit fake paint. I don't know what that would be, but it's not some halfway thing. This is actual paint. So one, don't fuck around with this inside your house. It is strong. And don't go huffing it like some fucking retard hillbilly, because you will just destroy your brain cells. This is real, actual, genuine paint. Like car paint, automotive paint. So it is strong, so be prepared for a strong oof. And to lose a couple brain cells at least. And again, don't fuck around with it out inside. That's why I had to go outside to record it, even though I hate being out there, and it's hard for me, but I went and filmed it in my truck bed, because it's better than doing it inside and dying. So, it's good quality is what I'm trying to say, is it's good quality. It's actual paint. And people use Dupli-paint, the company's paint, for actual paint jobs and shit too. It's the real paint. And just paint it on. You just paint it on the spot you're missing. I would have done this on my truck, but I did it already, like I said, 3 weeks ago or so. And I also didn't want to dox myself. Not that you could from a side of a truck, but still. It's my truck. It's my precious little truck. I love my truck. I've had it since I was 14. So just paint it on. Then what you're going to want to do, close up the pin, and also be careful opening this, because somehow, and this is mostly women, which comes as no surprise, but somehow a lot of people on the Amazon review page for this, say they spilled paint everywhere because they didn't understand how to open the pin. The little container comes in one, tells you which one has what and how to open it. And two, basic logic would say there's pin in this paint. Maybe I don't open it sideways and downwards. But no, women are doing it anyway. Some guys are doing it anyway. So don't be a fucking retard. Don't be a woman. Just open the thing properly. Upright. It's paint. And then paint it on. And then close it all up. Go inside for a while or hang out for a little while. Maybe find some other spots to touch up with the little marker or the paint. Give it like, I think it says half an hour. You can give it in longer if you want. It's just, you want it to cure. You want the paint to cure, to dry and be good. And then you want to go out again, and 30 minutes to an hour. I went out at like 45 minutes, and it was completely dried up and looked good and everything. And then that's when you want to go back out, turn the pin upside down, like the women would open it, but you're not opening it. Don't open it like the women. Open the back of it, the bottom part of it. I believe it's, where is that? I put the pin away already. I think it's white. Unscrew that, and then unscrew it with your good hand again. And that part now is the brush for the clear coat sealant, which, if you don't know, that all cars have it when you get paint and stuff. It's what makes it look really white and nasty after sun damage over the years. But it keeps the actual paint safe, and it keeps it from chipping off, and it keeps it secure, and it keeps it good, and it makes it when it's in health, when it's in good health. That's what you're polishing and stuff. And when it's going to help it look shiny like this car back here. Well, actually, it looks kind of like a piece of shit. But, you know, clear coat's important. So you want to go back out and do that, because especially if you're doing this to seal it from ice and rusting, you're going to want to put this on there, because this will add another layer, an actual protective layer, not just paint, onto it. So then you'll have, you know, it'll be clean of debris, painted, and then it'll also have the clear coat over the paint, and it's sealed up from the weather. So it's not going to get water damage and this and that. It's sealed up. It's good to go. And I did this, like 3 weeks ago, and then I wanted to review it. One, because it was really cool. It's really cool. It's such a cool. It really is an all-in-one tool. And it's designed so intelligently, and I love the design of it. I love it. It's cool. It's a cool little thing. I've never even heard of these before, these little pins, because I never thought about doing that. So, you know, I do absolutely, if you're looking for little dings and dents, not dents, but, you know, dings and chips, or, you know, you got paint just crumbling off, chipping off, or I've seen some people in the reviews and stuff and in the videos, if you have actually like tiny spots of rust, you can use this on those too. I wouldn't do that, because then you're just hiding the rust and it's still eating away at the vehicle from the inside. I suppose you could sand that off, though, the rust, and then paint over it with this, if you have the equipment to do that. And yeah, I absolutely recommend this thing. You can match colors very, very easily. I guessed, and it is almost identical to my truck's paint. Only problem is my truck's paint is all fucked up because I got scammed by some paint shop years and years and years back, like 15 years ago. When I went back for it, they had fucking broke my mirror off. They fucked up the bed liner. They fucked up my passenger side door and my window on the passenger side. And I realized, and rather found out, that all their employees were illegals, which is not surprising because this was back in California. And so the paint ain't great. But when it was newly done, before I had realized what a scam it was, besides all the fucking damage they did to my truck, this matches that. Or because of neighbors running into me constantly, rear-ending me out of their driveways like fucking retards. I've also had that one side redone over and over again. And I am doxing myself if you hunt around. And this matches that. It's it's shiny, it's sparkly, it's perfect. So you don't even have to be completely accurate. You don't have to get the exact same, you know, key code of your color. It should look good enough to perfect. At the very least, it's tiny spots. This is for emergency. I don't want rust. Or, you know, good enough where at a distance and at a glance you're not going to notice this paint's wrong. And you don't have to be perfect. You can just guess. You're going to be, as long as it'll be accurate enough. You can always test it too on smaller spots and make sure. I think they sell this at most auto places. I got it on Amazon. It's not expensive at all. It's cheap, especially for how good it is. I absolutely recommend it for small things. And the reason I got it wasn't the little dings and shit. I had like 1.5 inch peeling paint on the back of my truck, and that's what I did with it, and it's perfect. So yeah, this is a really cool, very useful thing for minor paint damage, paint chipping. Again, rust, if you buff it out first and then put that on there, sand it off and then put that on. So yeah, I recommend it. And that's kind of it. It's a cool ass pin. It works well. So, you know, you can just fuck David, what did I tell you? I just, you know, they never learn. Fuck off.